Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Real Legend of Gaming. We are here with Clash Royale, introducing a deck that will counter most of the new meta right now, maybe even all of it. Alright, so this deck consists of the Dark Goblin, the Executioner card, and the Barbarians. Now, the Barbarians is a card that personally I have never really used, but I think now they have incredible value. They can counter the Royal Giant meta right now, and the Dark Goblin can counter the Tombstone and the Furnace meta right now as well. And the Executioner I threw in there since it's one of the newest cards, and I really like how it can do crowd control. So we'll check out the deck. It also consists of the Ice Wizard, the Minions, which I feel is part of the meta now as well, and the Fireball, along with the Musketeer, so that we can stop that Lava Hound when it comes down the aisle. Alright, so let's check it out. So he's throwing down a Mega Minion. We'll use the Musketeer and the Ice Wizard to take it out, and we might be able to do some chip damage on the other side. Now, if you notice, that Royal Giant is creeping up slowly. We're going to put the Barbarians down so that we can shred it up really quick. And the Minion on the other side to kind of take apart that Skeleton Army and to absorb some hits from the archers while we counter with the Mina up top. Alright, so there you have it. You got a tower down. At this point, we build up the elixir. This deck is a little on the expensive side. The elixir costs it's over 3.5. So now that we have a full count, we'll just push. So we'll use the Executioner to do some chip damage and the Musketeer. And he'll just clean that out right there. We'll bring the Dark Goblin in from behind to do some chip damage. Now we have a Royal Giant on the side. So we were trying to go for the tower, but the Barbarians will just come right back and take out the Royal Giant with some help from the Minions. And the Ice Wizard to counter that graveyard. And now with a Musketeer to do more chip damage, with the Miner to just clean it up. And a Fireball just to finish things up and to clean up whatever crowd is pushing by as well. Now, this was my first match using the Dark Goblin, so the execution was not perfect, but as you see the replays go further along, the card has a lot of value, and it definitely can help out when in a bind, especially when you got the spam huts coming along. I've been seeing those a lot more now. A lot of Dark Goblin huts, a lot of Barbarian huts, Tombstones always, and Furnaces of course. So we'll go into our next replay. Shout out to No Copyright Sounds, man. These tunes is always amazing. Alright. So we'll build up our count now. Now this deck here is very different than what I normally use. A lot of my decks consist of a tank. So this one here is a great opportunity to do a lot of chip damage. And like I said, it counters almost anything. I mean, technically you can use the Executioner as a tank, maybe even the Miner, but still, I mean, it doesn't have a heavy, like for example that Golem over there. So we'll use the Minions to shred it apart, and the Musketeer for support, and the Ice Wizards to slow things down. Love saying that. Alright, and then now the Dark Goblin to help clean up, and we still got a fresh Execution on the other side. So that's a lot of damage right there. I'll take that any day. And we stuck the Miner in there. That's the beauty of it. So there goes that Tombstone that we were talking about. So since it's such low level, we kind of let our elixir count build up while the timer on that Tombstone runs out, and we'll shoot those little level 9 skeletons. I mean, they're not scaring me. And we'll rush with our Barbarian Horde on the other side with the Executioner to provide support. Now, currently the Barbarians I'm using are level 10. I personally feel they're too weak for competitive play. So I recommend if you can have them at least level 11, they should do a lot better job. I mean, if you have them at level 12, then that's incredible as well. That means you really like the Barbarians and we're always using them. But for the arenas 7 and 8, having them around 9 or 10 should be okay. So again, there goes that push with the Golem. This time we're using the Barbarians to rip it apart. And you see the Spear Goblin is just chipping away at that Mega Minion. And it's going to chip away at that Dragon. How great is that? And we're still slowing things down. Now we'll throw in our minions to clean up while the Dragon is getting hit from the tower. So not a bad defense right there. We could have gotten destroyed really quick. I mean, he threw down a lot of cards. Alright, so now we'll start another push on the other side. We got the Executioner and the Minion combo. Hopefully that'll be enough to take out that tower. While we got the Minions and the Ice Wizard doing work on that Golem with the Musketeer to provide some massive backup. There we go. So you see the deck is really good. But I don't really think it's designed to get 3 crowns all the time. Alright, so for our next highlight here. This one was done in a classic challenge. Sometimes I like to test out the decks in a classic challenge as well, just to get a better idea if this deck would work for any of my subscribers or first time viewers watching that aren't in Legendary Arena. It gives you guys an idea how the deck works with you know, lower levels. So as you see, like the legendaries are level 1, that barbs are level 9, so this deck could easily be used if you were pushing up. Now we'll use the minions to take apart that skeleton over there and that goblin barrel. And the Executioner is still ripping up over there on the side. And with Dark Goblin right there. Choo, 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 choo. Got that. It's a fun card to use. It's like a goblin super accelerated with crazy darts. So we're building elixir count here. So again, he looks like he's using that skeleton as a push. So we'll go with the other side with the miner and the barbarians. That was a good drop of the skeleton army. So we'll throw a fireball to just do some side damage on that Valkyrie and to clean up that mess. And the barbarians are still alive, so not a bad move right there. We're going to lose the tower on the left hand side. That skeleton and goblin barrel combo was pretty good. Alright, so we're just waiting here. So again, since the deck does not have a tank, it's not really a set pattern that you need to use. And because the cards are not high elixir, you don't have to worry about spending too much on one shot. Which is good because a lot of these tank decks, you know, and I'm speaking mainly about the Lava Hound, the Golem, even the P.E.K.K.A. You usually have to use them when it's double elixir time to really take full advantage of having a decent push and not sacrificing the counter ability. So we go with the Dark Goblin again, providing support to the Barbarians. There we go. Now we got that Executioner pushing and a miner. Okay, we are looking so good, folks. Alright. So now we just have to stop this little skeleton arm push. The Ice Wizard did kind of hurt me right there by going to the other side, but it distracted the skeleton and slowed it down as well. So it kind of worked out in my favor. So now we have a Dark Goblin that will take out the Tombstone, shred up the skeletons, miner doing damage, one minion by itself, and we got the Executioner in there who's going to clean this mess up. Throw that axe, boy. Get it in there. Fireball. Game over. So that's how it is, folks. As always, thanks for watching The Real Legend of Gaming. For those who are subscribed, appreciate the support. First time, please like, subscribe, and share the video if you really enjoy the content. Share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook. Need some love, folks. Peace.